Coach Bob Hill went up to Chicago, and watching Walter and achieve that dream of going on, and then years later I'm getting a chance to go there to play with him. And there, a fun picture of he and I was him running out, and there's just a look on my face. I'm just like, man, this guy's from my community. He's from my community, man, and he was always so hyper. He was always so hyper. It was so much fun to be around. The fans loved him.
Who spent the 83, 84, and 85 seasons in Chicago, where fellow Mississippian Walter Payton took him under his wing.
Well, definitely, when I went there, I never forget meeting Walter Payton, and of course I grew up watching Walter Payton, and I appreciate him for taking me up under his wings and showing me the ropes.
Our foundation is to make a difference wherever that need or wherever that positioning may be, and that's what we do.
Walter's dedication to helping kids is evident even when it comes to the simplest of tasks.
I'd like to get into a situation when you sign autographs that you interact with that person somehow. Or you ask him questions about where he's from, what he's doing.
Walter, how are you? Pleasure's all mine.
Who's that?
That's my son, Simon.
Hi, Simon. How are you?
Yeah. Did you sign his bowl for him?
I'm glad to. I have 2 kids, and if they had an opportunity to meet, one of their heroes, I would appreciate it if they, would give the courtesy to be just a little personal.
As great as superstar he was a great man.
And we're not doing this because we're greedy. The Bears are doing it to feed the needy. We didn't
With Tyrone as a keyboard player in the video and a valuable defensive end on the field, the Bears shuffled all the way to the Super Bowl 20 title following the 85 season.
Hang on, Dallas. This is for Mike and Papa Bear Holla.
In Week 11 in Dallas, the Bears played more passionately than ever. It was the student versus the teacher.
Tom Landry always understood that Coach Ditka respected him. We wanted to play as hard and as physical as we possibly could, but we wanted to do it with class.
I mean, they were America's team. It changed in a big way that day.
White backpedals underneath his crossbar, fires the right side of the ball, tipped in the air by Hampton, picked up by Dent, spins to the end zone, touchdown!
Cowboys were shut out for the first time in 15 years. It was the worst loss in franchise history.
And back to throw, Huggable, that's given away to hurry over the middle.
The Bears did ease up, but by then it was too late. When it was over, the student was just as crushed as his teacher.
I never felt worse in my life when he came up and said, you guys are good. And I said, Coach, I'm sorry. He said, you guys are good. That's all he said.
The Bears were division champions. At 11-0, they were undefeated, led by a defense that was unblockable.
Soldier Field, Chicago, Illinois. This venerable stadium will be a wild scene tonight. 2 of the oldest rivals in pro football history meeting the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. And the Windy City, Chicago, has been upside down this past week. The Bears are undefeated and off to their best start in 43 years. While the Green Bay Packers have won their last 2, tonight they'll be looking for the upset. For Green Bay, 3 weeks ago, he's in there now. Andy Wright, he can run it. It's a lot of distance, hit from behind. Chasing him down was Dan Hampton and Tyrone Keys. Dodging Bears. Here's Al Del Greco, 42-yard field goal attempt. Zorn is the holder, former Seattle Seahawks quarterback. That ball is blocked. Bears playing Bears football.
From the end zone, we'll see that blocked field goal attempt. The first thing you want to do as a defensive unit is get penetration. So they push the Packer offensive line. Look at number 98. Tyrone Keys at 6'7". He gets up there and gets a hand on it.
There he is. He's big number 72. Thunder and lightning. First and goal to go. Peyton, hangs in behind the refrigerator. And this crowd loves it. They've been writing about this. They stuck him in the backfield a week ago against the 49ers. Many thought out of spite for Bill Walsh's use of Guy McIntyre in the NFL championship game, NFC championship game a year ago when they used Guy McIntyre in the backfield. But look at him.
Look at
350 pounds leading Walter Payton.
He hits George Crumby, number 52, and watch him. Oh.
It took him right out of the stadium.
The temperature, winds gusting up to 35 miles an hour. And we'll see as the afternoon progresses what kind of an effect that will have. Butler looking away from Brown to Redden. Floats down at the 5, and Redden brings it out from there to about the 18. Cliff Thrift down to make the tackle. On the Bears. This time is where
Buddy Ryan has a new wrinkle, and that is to put Tyrone Keys in on passing down. They have their foot
direction. Batted away by Tyrone Keys. That was part of their package. That was part of the scheme. He's 6'8", and he batted it down.
Ahead 17-0. The stage was set for one final magic moment.
And now the winner that everybody talked about.
I wonder if they
finally arrived.
Maybe they're cheering for the snow. The best thing about that day was the last fumble.
Third down, 11 yards to go for Dieter Brock and company. Brock back to pass, the rush on. And hammered down. Picked up by Wilbur Marshall. Marshall running across the line. Go. 20. There's all the way. 15 yards. 5 touchdown. And a goal. Oh, man. What a way to end. Oh. Wilbur Marshall has scored for the Chicago Bears.
Because today they became the first playoff team in history to record back-to-back shutouts. First it was the Giants, and now it's the Rams.
I can still see it in slow motion when Wilbur Marshall picks up the ball. The Fridge is leading him down the field, and we all are just running with him.
Fridge ain't losing no ground now. He's right with him.
You can't write a script for this, just the way it all ended.
Not to get theatrical, but I mean, how better can you write a script here for crying out loud?
And the snow starts coming down, and the fans went absolutely crazy.
The Bears were going to their first Super Bowl. Mike Ditka's thoughts turned to Papa Bear George Halas, the man who had hired him to get them there.
And I think right there, the old man was saying, that's the first time since '63.
And finally, a Super Bowl for the Chicago Bears. Walter Payton hugging Virginia and Ed McCaskey. Now linebacker Otis Wilson. Inside the Bear locker room, the owners of the Chicago Bears. She, of course, is a lovely daughter of the late George Halas, the founder, who was the coach of this team the last time they won a championship. And the Fridge, number 72, William Parrott. A team of destiny, according to Bud Grant, before this game started. And the former Minnesota Viking coach knew something there, because today they became the first playoff team in history to record back-to-back shutouts. First it was the Giants, and now it's the Rams.
This was earlier today in the Bear locker room as the Bears packed in preparation to go to New Orleans for the Super Bowl engagement with the Patriots. That's Tyrone Keys getting his gear together. We're just hard by the side of that locker room. We're in the weight room of the Bears.
This man walked in the room and said, if you just stand with me, if you just believe in me, we'll be at the dance in 3 years. And here we were.
I wanted the Bears to be the best. I wanted the Bears to have the best reputation. I wanted them to be the toughest, and I wanted to win the championship. And I told our team when I got there, I got good news and bad news. The good news is we're going to win a Super Bowl here. The bad news is a lot of you people aren't going to be here when we do it. And I didn't mean that to be cruel. I meant it to be factual.
One of the most dominant defenses ever saved its best for last.
The snap to Grogan, the blitz is on, over the left side, he goes.
We just took it at them, and we played Bear football today. You know, they tried to come out and do some things and intimidate us, but I think they learned that nobody intimidates the Chicago Bears.
You talk about the spread, but you beat it by 3 times at least with the 46-10 victory.
Well, the thing that Buddy Ryan had expressed to us all week long, that they were exactly the same team that we played the second game of the year. We just let them do all the talking all week long, and we knew we had a good game plan, and we came out and performed real well.
And my son, I got a chance to see me play in my first Super Bowl, and we won it. That's all that matters, is that he's happy, my family's happy, and the people that were behind me are happy. That's it. And you made the people of Chicago happy, too.
While in Tampa, Tyrone recalled Peyton's urging that he start preparing now for life after football. Keys took a job as a substitute teacher at a local high school and became more active in his community. He closed his pro career in 1988 with San Diego. At age 29, with 9 pro seasons, a Super Bowl ring, and some college records on his resume, Tyrone Keys went back to Tampa to make a difference through All Sports Community Service, where kids who were helped come back to help others.
Is Tyrone Keys, founder of All Sports Community Service. Some of us in the room are old enough to remember Tyrone as part of the 1985 Super Bowl champion Chicago Bears. He's the one seen playing the keyboard in the Super Bowl Shuffle.
We know it's good, blowing your mind like a new foot. You know we're just strutting for fun, strutting our stuff for everyone. We're not here to start no trouble.
An Emmy-winning song that was performed by team members and raised thousands of dollars for needy Chicago families. Drawing on the idea of using his success to give back, as well as his personal experience with mentors along his journey, Keys created his own foundation to help others. In 1993, Keys founded All Sports Community Service, a nonprofit mentoring and scholarship organization dedicated to helping challenged youth in Tampa achieve their dreams of attending college. Keys teaches his students the idea that the skills learned on the playing field could be parlayed into the field of life. And since 1993, All Sports has assisted hundreds of students obtain millions of dollars in support toward their college education. But an important aspect of receiving help from All Sports Community Service is a commitment to becoming mentors themselves, returning to the community to assist the next generation and carrying on the root to fruit model that he has fostered.
A successful pro career and seeing someone come back to the community and not being what I see on television is, being able to come back with me one-on-one, being like a second father figure to me and helping me do something positive with my life, getting me started, maybe do something he's done, maybe if I'm blessed, to go to the NFL, go to the league or something like that, I hope that I can come back and do some of the same things that he's done.
My personal motto is each one, reach one, teach one. So if I reach one, then that kid will reach one. Just make a vicious cycle of success that can improve our community.
For 13 seasons, Walter Payton inspired wonder in all those who had the privilege to watch him play. His runs made fans marvel, and his unselfishness made 30-year-old, 300-pound linemen act like children.
Myself or Noah Jackson, we'd run in the end zone, try to get the ball so you could spike it. That was kind of a good feeling, too. It made us feel as if we scored the touchdown.
And maybe that is Walter's greatest gift, not his athletic talent, but his unique ability to touch all those who came in contact with him.
He was just a great person to play with. I'm just glad I was able to play with a guy like that.